I'm pretty sure many of you are familiar with the term sleep paralysis. Unfortunately, I was a victim. It happened to me on New Year's Day of 2015. Me and my girlfriend were in Bangkok for a short New Year's countdown holiday. This trip was actually an impromptu one, having booked air tickets and accommodation on the last week of December 2014. Due to the Christmas and New Year holiday period, most hotels were already fully booked and we had to stay in 3 different hotels over the 6 days we were there. This incident happened during our stay on the second hotel, a rating of 4-star out of 5-star service hotel at Thong Lor area and adjacent to Ekamai Road where all the local hip clubs are at. The hotel looks decent enough, not the sort of place you would expect to be haunted. Amenities around the vicinity of the hotel were pretty good, many good restaurants and supermarkets. Reviews were good as well, with minor complaints on the quality of the room and it being a little worn down. It was a 2-night stay at this hotel until we switched again. We checked into the hotel on the 30th of December, 2014. The receptionist gave us the key to a room on the 5th floor. As I travel quite often and also being a be safe than sorry kind of person, the first thing I always do before I enter a hotel room is to always knock on the door 3 times or ring the doorbell, if there was one, as a polite gesture to notify the occupants that I will be entering and staying. I vividly remembered, immediately after I opened the main door, the door to the bedroom opened itself. I'm pretty sure it wasn't because the maid did not close the bedroom door properly after cleaning the room, and the draft pressure from the opening of the main door had caused the bedroom door to creep open. But because I heard the sound of the bedroom doorknob being turned. I could have swore also that I saw a shadow darted quickly into the bedroom instantly. My girlfriend was standing behind me so she didn't see the shadow but she did witness the bedroom door opening by itself. Both of us looked at each other and both of us had the same thought. We went down to the reception and after explaining the situation, with dismay and disbelief from the hotel staff of course, politely requested a room change, but due to the peak holiday period the only available room left was at the corner on the ground floor. We had to accept it. Come to think about it, I suspect that room might be a room most typical hotels leave vacant for regular occupants. The room seemed okay and after we settled, we headed out for our activities for the day. And came back quite late as we went to a nearby club to party. Nothing happened during the first night. We woke up in the afternoon, showered, changed and went out. We ended our countdown and went back to our hotel around 1 a.m. Now apart from the first night which was okay, the first thing I noticed immediately after I entered the room was the warmth and stuffiness I felt. I adjusted the room temperature in the bedroom as well as the living room but the funny thing is, moments after that the room will be very warm and then gradually feels cold again and sporadically feels warm again. Thinking that it might be attributed to the fact that we have been out the whole day and the tiredness is starting to creep in, I shrugged it off as being weary. So to cut the long story short, after we showered and were getting ready for bed, I started to hear faint tapping noise like fingernails tapping on wooden hollow planks or cheap plywood. The tapping noise sounded random and inconsistent. I cannot pinpoint the location of the tapping as firstly it was faint and distant and secondly, being in a room situated on the ground floor, the outside ambience noise was drowning it out. I tried not to think about it and I did not wish to further freak my girlfriend out. But I paid close attention to it nonetheless. Within 20 minutes my girlfriend was fast asleep, but I, on the other hand, cannot sleep at all. I felt very uneasy as if there was something or someone watching us. Furthermore, the difference in temperature made me sweat and froze at the same time. It also felt nauseating just to be in the room. I felt heavy and weighted down. The tapping noises begin to feel or sound louder and this time I can pinpoint it being on or around the wall dividing the bedroom and the living room. I was beginning to feel really tired and sleepy but every time I closed my eyes, I would feel the uneasiness weighing heavily on me and my inner voice was telling me to stay awake. At around 3 a.m. I do not know whether I was sleeping or if it was a dream. It felt as if I was sleeping and awake at the same time. It was a very surreal kind of feeling. In the dream, I awake to find the toilet light switched off, The room was dark with faint light shining in through the window from the parking lot outside, and I could make out the area and the room. I felt petrified and wanted to get out of the bed to check out what was wrong. This was when the thing appeared. It appeared on the side the bed on my right. It was dark and shaped like a person. I could shout. I wanted to get up, but it sat on me. It felt distinctly as if it was a person's butt sitting on my stomach, literally feeling the shape and softness of the buttocks and hardness of the hip bone kind of feeling. With my hands on the blanket, I tried to spring myself up from the bed using my elbows on the bed as support. The thing grabbed both my wrists. I swear I literally felt fingers digging into both my wrist, and its grip tightened, and pushed me down onto the bed. I panicked and uttered Buddhist chants so loudly that I woke up, or was I already awake, to find my girlfriend, eyes wide opened, stunned, paled face staring at me. That thing was nowhere in sight and I could move again. I did not tell her my experience immediately, but instead got up, turned on all the lights in the bedroom and living room and started cursing and swearing. I read somewhere, or was it someone who told me? I remembered that if you do that, they will be scared off by the anger and the earthly presence. While pacing up and down the living room and searching for different hotel rooms, I booked a new hotel, packed our bags, and I stayed awake until 6 a.m. in the morning. We checked out and left the place. The receptionist still asked me if everything was okay. I didn't even bother to explain, I just wanted to get out.